Welcome everyone to the beginning of a new, very exciting series, Cloaked to Grandmaster. If you remember Ghost or Grandmaster, how awesome all the nukes and the harassment were, this is going to be even better. We're going to be playing with Ghost, Widow Mines, and Banshees. Standard rules apply. I'm allowed to make 5 Marines, 1 Reaper, Medivacs for drops, and a new rule that you guys have been begging me for. Please make 1 Raven for detection. I'll be doing that, but at the start, as always, I'm going to make it extra hard. I'm going to make Ghost, Widow Mines, and Banshees only. No Marines, no Reapers. Let's begin. Here you go. First game is against a random player. And you can see I chose the very appropriate name, Can't See Me, with the ghost portrait. I was thinking about some really silly names, but this is what I came up with. Now, I have to tell you guys, if you watched my last Battlecruiser Mine video, I did an awesome cheese. I flew my factory, my opponent's base, and I proxied the starper for Battlecruisers. And as I was setting up this account to begin the challenge, I realized I can do that cheese, but on steroids in this challenge. I can proxy Ghost and fly a factory into the base and proxy Banshees all at the same time. That's going to be absolutely insane. Now, I want to save that cheese for a Protoss because I think it's the best, and my opponent here is going to be random. Now, the hardest thing to figure out about this series is how do I set up the early game, because making both Ghost and Banshees, especially with Cloak, with Nukes and Banshee speed, that is very costly. So how exactly am I going to do it? I think I maybe want to go for like an early game Ghost Widow Mine composition to try and defend, get some harassment down. And then once I manage to defend it and get into the late game, I can have Banshee squads and Nuke squads raining. Is that a probe that I just saw? Or, oh yeah, it is a probe. Okay, it wasn't attacking me, so I was like, is that a critter? It's very dark, right, with this skin. All right, so that's very interesting that my opponent plays random and then scouts really early, giving me away his race. But that's kind of the idea I had in mind. So Ghost early game, late game, mass nukes and Banshee harassment, and you know, I haven't really figured out in my head yet how exactly I want to do the build order or how I want to get to the late game. I have managed to think of a lot of freaking cheeses, so I guess those you guys are definitely going to be seeing here. Now for the first game, I need to try and remember exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm playing gas first, so that means my tech is as fast as possible, but it can also mean that I don't have enough money to expand. Like Ghost Banshee, it's not something you can afford on one base. I mean, I will definitely try to afford it on one base at some point, but you can't. So what I need to do here is figure out exactly how I want to do it. So the probe left looks like, so I can cancel that Reaper. I don't want to make any unit besides Ghost, Widow Mines, and Banshees, like I said, but I also didn't want to show the probe that I was not making a unit, right? Here we go, Ghost Academy. I think this looks roughly alright. So I'm going to have Ghost and Widow Mines, and I'll be able to expand. Let's see. My opponent is going up to 2 gases here. What is my first attack gonna be? Should I play this passive? Is the Nexus? Okay, there is a Nexus down already. Here you can see the difference, by the way. My opponent took his Nexus a little bit later because he went for a 3rd pylon and a 2nd gas. And it's still just infinitely faster than my expansion, and that's where it's going to be tough later on. I'm just going to try to keep this SCV around. Oh, he might... No? Oops. Okay, that was not what I wanted. Wait, can I bait it? That would be really funny. Or I can kill it with... Oh, my Widow Mine's already ready. I don't think he's going to bait. I have a feeling... Oh, he does. Okay. For some reason, I just felt that he wouldn't. I have no idea why I felt that way, but I thought I was going to get away with that. I'm really happy here that he's just straight up targeting the Tech Lab. The Tech Lab is not going to die. Well, the Ghost is going to take a little bit longer to finish, so I'll just go for some repairs. Opponent's playing Stargate. All right, that could be a challenge. I'm just going to snipe the Zealot to not be bothered by it later. And then, yeah, this is the thing that's nice about being Terran. If you do get pylon blocked, we don't struggle with it like Zergs do, because we can just, you know, build the command center next to it and lift it over. So against the Stargate, my composition might actually be decent, but I can't afford stuff like an armory yet, so that's going to make it more awkward. I'm going to start spreading these Widow Mines around so I can catch a potential Oracle. And economically, we are behind, but I do have a pretty good setup. I think what would be smart for me to do here is get Cloak pretty much as soon as I can. Maybe this is enough Widow Mines. And then I should start preparing for a nuke. I should get the gases too. Judging by this first game, I can already see some things I want to do different. I think, and I know it sounds insane for a build that requires a lot of gas, I don't think we can play double gas with this challenge. And the reason is that 2 gas is just not enough. Like, even for the Ghost, it's not enough, because the factory... I noticed from Ghost or Grandmaster, the gas count is always super tight. So the fact that I made the factory means I already can't afford my Ghost, so I can never afford a starport. And that leads me to believe that I really need to go for like a faster economy, 4 gas, 6 gas kind of setup, and you just achieve that faster going for, you know, a typical, well, Ghost expand, I suppose. I was going to say Reaper expand. In my case, really Ghost expand. But get an expansion up fast, take these gases as well, and then I can afford it a little bit later. How I'm going to survive with that, I don't know yet. I do need to make an armory as well. Can I fit that in? Yeah, it does look like I fit it in. Now I have these extra gases. Gonna make an armory over here. I'm gonna scout him again. One thing that's nice about playing Ghost is that if you're... Oh, there's the Oracle. Wait, he dodged all of my Widowmice. No way. This is nice about having Ghost, by the way. Look at that. No more energy for you, buddy. That's it for the harassment. Did I lose much? I feel like I didn't lose a whole lot. Why is my... Wait, is he... Don't tell him, guys. Don't tell him. Look at this. I'm going to go to the other side of the Oracle, so it's going to come back into my main base. Ah, that's a cool move. Let's go. I didn't forget what I was talking about, because the Oracle really caught me off guard. But we are in a decent setup. I think it makes sense for me to go for... So he's making cannons. Okay. You know, the vibes I'm getting from this is just straight up like a carrier rush kind of thing, you know? And what I would do against a carrier... I remember from Ghost or Grandmaster, it was freaking difficult to play against carriers. Maybe the Widowmice can make a difference there. I'm going to bring a couple of these to help me out. But it's going to be very hard in the late game to deal with that. So early nukes might be the way for me to go. So typically I would add a starport here. Now I'm just going to go for faster, more nukes. I mean, I killed this Oracle. I killed this Zealot. I haven't seen a lot of units besides that and cannons. If you go for cannons, that means you're probably being greedy in the main base. And nukes... yeah, once again, sounds crazy, but might be the perfect way to deal with that early on. So I'm going to get some Widowmice set up here. I see a Void over there already. Oh, I mean, if he gets baited into that, it would be massive. This is also nice. Let's get out. There we go. I can just snipe these. And then I'm going to nuke that location. I don't think he can attack this. I think I'm too covered by the Widowmines here, so I'm going to get 2 more up. If he wants to attack this from the top, he's going to lose that Void Ray. Look at that. Oh my god, the Void Ray goes down. Oh, barely doesn't, but the nuke is going to hit home. Even hits that Immortal over there. And now the cannons are gone. I can go in. Like, Ghost do not want to fight against cannons, but now... Wait, is he actually... Oh, no. That is so close. Oh my god, I almost shot everything there. I mean, now we just have control. And he was going for Stargate Robo, looks like. I mean, I have a couple more nukes on the way. If I manage to... kill his observers, I could go for just mass nukes in the main base too. I haven't actually seen any observers here yet. Let's see, I got 3 nukes finishing. That's going to be absolutely massive. Is there an observer there? I killed this Oracle, remember. Oracle is a super good detection, but it's already gone. So let's see, I think it's time to go into the main base. Is there actually no observer here? He does need that. I mean, everything... Oh, there's an observer. Let me try to kill that. There we go. I think that might have been his only observer. Let's see. Yeah, there's no other observer here. So he's just going to lose everything. And then we're going to go for the triple nuke to make sure. He's not actually producing anything from that. Ooh, this Void Ray is killing my reinforcement mine, though. And there we go. That is the first game. This... I'm not going to lie, guys. This game was pretty scary. I know I'm doing an extra handicap by not making any other units, but my opponent... This should technically be the easiest game of the whole series, the first game. Even after all that, my opponent was really close in supply and had a bank. Like, I have no idea how we're going to keep up in supply once we reach Diamond in a couple games. Probably should only take me 3 or 4 games to play against proper mid-diamonds, and it's going to be very hard to keep up in supply. I'm going to have to do better builds than this, but it was a fantastic warm-up. Let's go to game number 2. All right, here we go. Game number 2, and we are already playing against a diamond. There we go. It's a really nice thing about provisional MMR, so if I do win, I do climb pretty fast. This episode is going to be quite long compared to normal first episodes, so maybe I could even already be playing against Masters. Well, that is assuming I get my stuff together, but because that looked very scary in the first game. Now, we're playing against a Zerg. If we're thinking logically here, rushing against a Zerg is not the best idea typically, so I should go a little bit more economic anyway. I mean, I was already planning to do that, but here I should go even more economical. But Widowmines are exceptionally good against Zerg. I can really see TVZ become an amazing matchup in this challenge. Like, if I get, you know, planetaries everywhere, turrets, Widowmines, but at the same time, nukes on the other side, Banshees, but we still can't be broken. I'm getting happy already thinking about it. Definitely gonna have to rely a lot on nukes. Banshees are kind of hit or miss against Zerg. Sometimes you make a ton of Banshees and they just pop off and you're like, why do I not make these every single game? And sometimes you make them and there's just like, you know, 2 queens and a spore ready at every base and you're like, oh, I guess these things are not that great after all. So, but in combination, it might be good. And one thing to remember, is that my Banshees in the strategy I explained last game should technically come as a surprise, right? Because what I will do is go for mostly Ghost Widowmine, get my setup up, and then at some point in the late game, make like, I don't know, let's say 3 Starports, get a ton of Banshees out, and then maybe I'll hit them with 10 Banshees when there is no anti-air. Maybe they're playing Ravager Link Bane into Ultralisks or something like this, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're facing a ton of Banshees. Now, I guess I should make a Ghost Academy. I'm not sure how I should do this, so keep in mind I'm not going to make any other units. I definitely should have made this on the high ground, by the way. If he attacks me with Links, it's just going to die. I think we go for Gas before the Ghost Academy. Ghost plus Cloak, very expensive, of course, so I need to keep that in mind. And then I can even drop a Mule. I'm considering building a Ghost Academy at the front. Yeah, I'm not sure if it matters that I get scouted here, because we are going to have a slightly defensive stance anyway. More defensive than I did in Ghost or Grandmaster for the most part. Even though those TVZs at the end of that series were also freaking epic. And I'll make a depot down here for scouting. Looks like a very normal Zerg opener, by the way. Normal amount of gas. Probably going to take a third hatch soon if he didn't take it already. Let's see if I can find it. Nowhere to be seen yet. And now there's 2 things I can choose between. I could go for Ghost and Cloak. There we go, third hatchery. I don't have anything to worry about. I could go for Ghost and Cloak, or for Ghost and Factory. I want to try out the Factory build, just because Ghost Cloak was the staple of Ghost or Grandmaster, and now I really want to, you know, experiment with some different strategies. So the idea here is that Ghosts are not that great in the defense early on until you get Cloak, because, you know, 2 Ghosts are great. They do die to 30 Zerglings, though, unless you have Cloak. But the Widowmines can synergize with them really well as well, and they are cheaper, maybe allowing me to get a 3rd base faster. So let's find out if this is a good build. Widowmines don't necessarily need an armory early on. I just need them to cover for me against the Zerglings. I could try to move out with 2 Ghosts, because his speed, judging from his build, is going to finish at about 4 minutes. Which, yeah, I mean, it's a normal timing, but, well, I guess by the time I'm across the map, it's 4 minutes, so maybe not the best idea. I'm going to start walling off this base already. And I do have to say, without making Cloak, I do have some more resources, so that is nice. Ghost should probably stay on the high ground, unless I make a bunker. I might be able to wall off before he could hit with Zergling speed, if my assessment is correct. That is going to be a 4-minute Zergling speed. Let's see. Gonna make a command center here. I always say this map is very, very pleasant to wall. Okay, Zergling speed just before. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, now I can wall him in maybe. Ah, no, Zergling is a little bit too fast, of course. But still a pretty good opener for me. And my opponent, now the alarm bell should go off for him, because he's like, why were there 2 Ghosts there in Widowmines? This person has not made a single normal unit, to say. Not even a Widowmine is a normal unit here, by the way. Against Zerg, you would usually go for Hellions, most likely. I feel like even a tank is more normal than making a Widowmine. Well, let's see if I can kill that Overlord. There we go. I mean, it is 2 snipes, but it's still annoying for him. If he wasn't expecting it, now he's supply blocked, which is obviously nice for us. Now I'm gonna go for the Cloak. I don't wanna make like a bunch of barracks yet, or go crazy on the Ghost or something, because I want to get my 5cc set up first. I saw a good meme about that the other day. It's like, it was like in the Drake meme format, I believe, where the first one is like, oh no, and then it was like playing a normal game, and then the second one was like 5cc setup, baby. And that really fits, because the 5cc setup is beautiful. It allows for so many awesome games. So I'm gonna go for my 5cc setup here, and then I think I'm considering making more Ghost Academies rather than more barracks, because I would love to go for a triple nuke at once. I'm gonna make a reactor on this as well. I think I have enough Widowmines to survive. I'm gonna do a scan on his natural to be safe. Yeah, this looks very standard. What I'm looking at looks like the best thing you can do against me, which is just play a normal macro game, because believe it or not, my build is not very efficient here. Like, I'm really just doing my best to have enough units to avoid dying. So I'm gonna make that a planetary, but the eBay is not done yet. So I'm gonna start my next 2 Ghost Academies. They're not gonna... Oh, Ghost Academies build faster than Reapers. I forgot about that. Man, they build fast. Reaper takes 32 seconds. A Ghost Academy takes 29. That's... For some reason, that doesn't sound quite right, but it is the case. So, yeah, they're gonna finish very shortly, and then I will be making... triple nuke at once. I'll send out a Ghost in every direction. Cloak is ready. My opponent might be ready for it, because, you know, he did see the Ghost early on. Now, the question is here. Do I have to go for more barracks, or is it the right move to just straight up go, you know, for the starports I want to make for the Banshees, right? Get those over here. And then, let's see. Yeah, I have enough SCVs over there to switch a few over. I always try to get perfect saturation, 16 out of 16 on the minerals. I think at this point I can start sending out Ghost already. I'm going to make sure they're cloaked beforehand, because I have enough energy on them anyway. There we go. I'm not sure where this one is going. That one should probably be there. And then... I'm kind of tempted to make more command centers as well, instead of... Okay, there's an attack on that side. Maybe put some Widow Mines over there. Could get an armory as well. No, I'm gonna go for the triple starport. Let's see if it works, guys. I really want my, you know, my entire idea to work. Now, does he have any... if I was him... Yeah, exactly. I would have a spore there. So I might have to wait with this one for a little bit. The nukes are about to finish. Triple starports are coming up as well. And then, does he have an offensive spore? There is an aggressive spore there, but it's not far enough that he could easily see me. I'm gonna sneak this one by. Okay, wait, did he just misclick? I think he might have... Oh, the Overseer just finished, though. I'm just gonna nuke there. Wait, did he not realize? I think he... Oh, the Bailey killed the... Or the mine killed the Bailings. Oh, there we go. Our first nuke on the series, really. 24 kills. Well, the other nuke on the cannons worked, I suppose, but it wasn't quite as epic as that one. There we go. The first big nuke. Even used some Bailings for that, which is not... Wait, I could nuke this again. I mean, I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but I have another nuke available. I might as well... Like, Zerg can rebuild drones really fast, so I might as well get another nuke again. The planetary is still up. If there's no Bailings behind this, these are not going to kill the planetary. If I would have to guess, he's most likely distracted by the nuke. He has one Bailing exactly, but pretty much all the links are dead. And the nuke lands perfectly on the drones. 36 kills on this freaking Ghost, guys. Can you believe it? And now I'm just going to start a bunch of these again. I do have... Oh, okay, so it was Widow Mines that those Bailings exploded on and not Ghost. I guess I was just rallying there on accident. Now, I do need more and more gas. Look, I can't even afford these Banshees yet. Maybe I should have gone for... Let's say a double Ghost Academy instead. I mean, these are all really important things to remember. Like, I need to know for the future what is gonna be, you know, the best style here. So I'm just gonna start a bunch of Banshees. Looks like I forgot one of these tech labs, so I can use that opportunity, yeah, to make my upgrades for the Banshees already. I'm not sure if my Banshees need upgrades, because realistically, Banshees kind of suck fighting anyway. Like, Banshees don't want to fight unless the other thing can shoot back, right? That's why it has Cloak. So I'm not sure if I even need to get upgrades for those. I do have a nice minefield in the middle of the map. Maybe it's distracting. I'm just going to nuke the same base again. He just, for some reason, he's not catching on to the fact that that's there. Let's get some sensor towers up here as well. I do have another nuke available. I guess I'll just drop it on the base. Let's see. There's no Bailings there. But guys, I can actually just snipe all the Overseers too. Oh, he misclicked. There we go. All of those are dead. The nuke, I don't think it went off, or did it? The nuke did go off. 46 kills on that Ghost, and that's absolutely brutal. And I feel like my opponent, he was doing a good job this game. He just never killed this Ghost. Look at this hatchery. It's basically been nuked to death. 46 kills on that Ghost. If he countered this Ghost, he would have done perfect. He killed my other Ghost, I believe. But actually, I didn't see if this nuke went off here, but I don't think... Wait, actually, no, it did go off. Guys, we missed a massive nuke, and I see it because he has 60 out of 64 supply. So that nuke actually killed all of his Overlords here and the Zergling. So that nuke did pop up, but still, this was the biggest culprit, of course. Units lost doesn't look ridiculous because Ghosts are very expensive. But for now, we learned a little bit more. Let's go to game number 3. All right, game number 3 against the Protoss. Now, let's see. Is this map the time where I bring out the build, the ultimate cheese that I was talking about? I'm not quite sure if this is the map. I mean, we all know there's one map. If you have watched my videos before, there's one map where I love flying buildings in people's bases because the main base is massive. Here, well, I mean, I'm very tempted. Okay, we're going. Here we go. All I needed was to be tempted for a second. So the problem is on this map is that, let me show you guys. People very often wall the cliff where the Reaper can jump into the main base. And then if I fly something into the base, they will see it with the building that's on the right side. And that's what makes this pretty scary, right? I'm just... How can I even... Okay, why is he scouting? Did he A-move this probe even? Okay. Yeah, the thing that I'm scared of here is that it's very expensive to build a Ghost Academy and all that. I think I'm going to build it a little bit further away. I mean, if he scouts it here, he would have scouted it anywhere, so that feels safe enough. People definitely don't trust me so far, being called can't see me. That is very noticeable already. I'm going to have to send out a second SCV, because the factory is kind of what ties his entire build together. So I'm going to make a factory next to his main base. and build Widow Mines from that. Yeah, this is just going to be a mass cloaked attack. I'm even considering doing something really absurd. I'm considering long distance mining from this gas. Oh my god, that cheese would be so cool, wouldn't it, guys? Imagine if I figure out a long distance gas mining cheese. I mean, I think I need a little bit more than just these gases. That's the thing. Like, for example, not... How? What? Dude, this guy's crazy, though. How does he just keep fighting me over? This guy actually nuts. Well, I guess I'll make the Ghost Academy first. And then, now he spotted my SCV. I'll use the other one to proxy the factory too, I suppose. Okay, this guy is nuts, dude. He's actually nuts with it. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, we definitely have our challenge cut out for us here. What's his name? Maula? Yeah, or Mala, however you say that. He's making a forge? Guys, I want to proxy. I don't know if I should continue with this. I mean, I'm not the one to give up. Actually, I'm definitely not the one to give up. Let's go for it. I mean, how can I walk Widow Mines into someone's base who made a forge? Like, what am I supposed to do, you know? All right, well, Mala, you're making it very difficult on us, but I'm going to try my best. It's still obviously an early experiment, so I guess we'll see. I'm going to make one Ghost first, and then Cloak. I'm kind of starting to wonder if this guy is not up to something cheeky himself. Like, I know he scouted me very early, and then as a reaction, he sent a second probe over here to scout. But it's also just very strange to scout that early, and then he's sitting on one base with 2 gases. I'm not sure how much of this is him being scared and how much I should read into, right? That's always the hard part. Oh, I still need to make an armory as well. I mean, the build works out decently. Like, I don't quite have enough gas, but it's close enough. I have 1 Ghost. I should definitely wall off my main base here. But I feel like this is going to be the dumbest game ever, to be fair. I mean, it already is at this point. Now, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put it a little bit more here, I suppose. Okay. Let's just EMP that. And then I win, I think, barely. Ghosts are pretty bad against Stalkers. Does look like I'm barely gonna lose still. Oh my god, that's actually very close. Alright, so now he's gonna find that, but I do have the Widow Mine over here. Obviously, it's an absolutely horrible start, but I don't believe it's completely over yet, guys, so don't worry. I'm gonna have to expand, though. I mean, if he keeps the Stalker there, he's gonna lose it. And maybe he's even gonna distract himself by looking at that, right? And then my Widow Mine can get in. Make sure to expand. Okay, he sees this. Is he gonna... Oh, no, he's doing it right. Yeah, he's doing the classic mistake. Oh, I couldn't reach that. That's quite annoying. There we go. Let me try to run away. Yeah, he lost the Oracle to the Widow Mine. Oh, no, you need that detection, buddy. Well, at least finally something going my way. That's one thing. He recalled the Stalkers. The Widow Mine stays alive, and the Armory is finished, so that's gonna stay cloaked for a while. Okay, I mean, everything was going horrible. Literally everything, but now it kind of seems like there's a little bit of hope here. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can kill that Stalker. He's not paying attention, so he is going to lose the Stalker. Oh, I'm going to lose that Widow Mine too, though. That's unfortunate. Let me try to catch if he has anything. He's going to try to attack the Widow Mine again. He's not making another Oracle. That is a massive thing to note, guys. He's not making another Oracle, which means he doesn't have detection unless he somehow managed to sneak out another Oracle. Okay, so I got another Widow Mine here. I'm going to... Wait, is that an Oracle? Oh, he does have a Robo, too. Yeah, this guy was definitely pretty scared. You could say that. I mean, he had reasons to be scared. That EMP was not the best. I'll have to admit that. Okay, so there's an Observer here. That Observer is going to die. There we go. And now I kind of have a little... Yeah, like a little stronghold outside his base, you could say. Like, I don't even know how to call it. Is this a contain? I'm containing him in his mineral line right now. That is just not something that you should be able to say. Oh, I was right. Oh, he flies the Void Ray into the range. And I still have this little setup here. I am going to have another scan pretty soon. It would have been smarter for me to make this an orbital before flying away, so I would have had a scan. Okay, let me make sure I kill the Observer. There we go. Oh, the Widow Mine does shoot the Observer. That's very, very unfortunate. There we go. Let me get an EMP off. And then... Oh, wait. I thought that Widow Mine didn't shoot yet. That's unfortunate as well. Let me kill the Void Ray. Okay. I mean, a lot of things are unfortunate in this game, apparently, according to me. But I think we're doing okay. That Stalker dies, too. Now he has one more Stalker left, but I have a second Ghost coming in. And I think at this point, he doesn't really have a whole lot left. I need to depower that pilot as well. That would be massive. The Widow Mine's coming off cooldown. Uh-oh. There we go. The Stalker goes down. I mean, I'm getting more and more Widow Mines in his base, man. I can't believe after all that, this cheese worked. Like, I feel like that should just be illegal. Like, that's just ridiculous. I'm gonna try to sneak it by. I'm not sure if that's gonna work, but I'm gonna try to sneak it by because it would be such a strong Widow Mine to have. Maybe, I think he barely does not have detection there. I mean, it's close. Wait, I can retarget. There we go. Another fat hit. Yeah, he barely doesn't have detection there. The Stargate is depowered. Oh, I need to make sure to kill that cannon there, though. And then I'm gonna resaturate these gases. I have 3 bases at home. Is there anywhere else I should be putting my Widow Mines? I'm not sure. There we go. That goes down. Is there something I can EMP maybe? I have all this ghost energy. I'm just not sure what to do with it. Let's see. Let me make another ghost here. Okay, so oh yeah, he could see that. I was wondering why he stopped attacking. I was like, maybe he didn't see it. I'm not quite sure. There we go. That observer's gonna go down as well. Let's do an EMP there. I'm gonna be able to kill that Stalker. There we go. That Stalker goes down, and now I think he has absolutely nothing left. Wait, I can even shoot the mineral line from there. That is crazy. Can I move it a little bit closer? Okay, I mean, I'm really trying to surround him here with these Widow Mines. Let's see if I can get around. Now the Robo's depowered. Gonna start attacking that cannon. Wait, I can maybe... No, he made a cannon back there, right? Yeah, look at his Stargate, guys. His Stargate is literally surrounded. It's so silly. Gonna make sure I kill that. Gonna drop an EMP on the Stalker. So, oh, he does have another pylon on the right side. That Widowman might shoot the Stalker if he's not careful. There we go. Oh, it actually... Oh, almost. It almost got some damage done with the splash. Let's get a couple more barracks up here. And after all this, I'm going to make a reactor in his base because I suppose why not at this point. I'm making a lot of these. I can even cloak a bunch of these, but there's always going to be a target. There we go. Void Ray charging against Ghost actually does nothing, by the way, if you guys want a tip. Yeah, it doesn't add on any more damage. You just make your Void Ray slower. It only works against armored targets. And Ghosts are not armored, in fact. Cannons, however, do shred these Ghosts pretty hard. Dude, I was looking for my other barracks. I forgot I never moved it from there. I should have made a nuke a long time ago. Oh, that's what I should have done. How have I forgotten, guys? That would have been the literal perfect play here to go for a nuke, and that's the one thing I forgot. That is my bad. You guys have probably been waiting for it. uThermal, please make a nuke, and you guys are completely right. I should have. I do wonder if he's had a hidden base all this time, because it's just like... Yeah, he does. Okay, I knew he had a hidden base. It was just a little bit too suspicious, you know? It didn't seem quite right. That's probably a robo. Yeah, he's going to make a robo there. Let me EMP that. Oh my god. That EMP hit just too late, or that would have died too. Let's see, can I just AFK here? GG is called by Mala. And I don't even know what this game was. We got absolutely obliterated by pure scouting at the start. We lost our first Ghost to a freaking Stalker just walking across. I even EMP'd it, but I guess I was too late. In the end, he barely couldn't muster the defenses. I mean... Pretty much what happened here, just to give you guys some tips, is that he just overreacted. Like, he made everything on one base, kind of killed his own economy. Ideally, you just make one of the detection techs. So you go either a Forge, either a Robo, either a Stargate. Not all of them, because he had an Oracle, he had cannons, he had an Observer, but he had no units. All he had to do was make some Stalkers with one Observer, basically, or more Observers, because I would have sniped it. But that's it for game number 3. Craziest game yet. Let's keep it going. All right, here we go. Game number 4 against Knutty, or however you pronounce that. I have no idea. Is that our first Terran? I believe it is our first Terran, right? Yeah, it is. All right, let's see how it goes. Now, I do have to say, by the way, I just noticed something. And it's that sometimes I talk about the... How would I call this? Like the league bug, that the ladder doesn't put me in the right league. It seems to just be an NA thing, because every time I played on NA recently, I'd be Masters and the thing would say I'm Platinum 1 or something like that. Here, I got promoted to Diamond instantly, so I think it might just be an NA server thing. I don't know how that works, but here, yeah, I just got promoted right away, so if you guys are ever on NA and your league is wrong, it's not you, don't worry about it. But actually, that might give some... people the excuse. Now they're gonna use it as copium. I'm not actually bronze, guys. I'm master. No, just kidding. All right, how are we gonna do this against a Terran? Not being allowed to make a Reaper against Terran is freaking terrifying, by the way. I can tell you guys that much. I do think I need to go for a double gas against Terran. Remember, Ghost to Grandmaster, guys, TVT is really difficult. I think TVT and Ghost to Grandmaster might be the only time we ever had to go to phase 2 for a challenge. Thinking about it. In TVT... Like, we simply could not win. Like, I lost to all the Terrans. It was not doable, so I had to add a few units in that challenge. Very curious to see if in this challenge we can actually beat that. Because I wouldn't like to be hard stuck again, but it is what it is. That's what the challenges are for. I'm going to make an... Oh, guys. Wait, this is a cool idea. Oh, this is awesome. Check this out, guys. I can Normally you don't get to wall this off as Terran, but I have the perfect building for the case here. I don't want to make an extra bunker or anything like that, but I can put my Ghost Academy there. And now the Reapers can jump up. So if I am being proxy Reaper, which I'm not, then this is a really nice wall off. But even for later, oh, this is awesome. I feel like I've been complaining about this forever. Oh, Protoss always walls it off. I can't scout on this map with my Reaper, but now they can't scout against me. Unless I misplaced it, then my happiness is gonna fade away pretty fast. But I think it looks pretty good. Oh, guys, I just got another awesome idea. Check this out, guys. I could... Okay, just as a disclaimer. I know a lot of you watch Ghost or Grandmaster, one of my most famous shows ever. And one of the biggest memes was that I would always fly my factory across and lose it, and then be surprised I couldn't make nukes anymore. But imagine if I build a factory here and fly it and get vision, and it's gonna allow me to nuke over here into the natural. Oh, the nuke is gonna be disgusting. Here we go. Well, the Reaper's gonna die already. He's very surprised to see a ghost, I'm sure. But yeah, it is what it is. Wait, I'm gonna do the biggest YOLO, guys. I am straight up going for a nuke rush. Should I even make another ghost? I mean, you can tell I can't afford another ghost right now because I'm getting Cloak and then the factory. They're gonna finish roughly at this. Well, the factory's gonna finish a decent amount faster, but excuse me, roughly at the same time. And then I can go for an instant look, and he might not realize where it's coming from because I'll do it from his... Oh, I'm getting excited. I'm very worried, too, because this ghost could easily just be seen, and it's gonna die. Especially if we're going up against a Cyclone or something. Oh, yeah, one reason why I don't like this strategy, because I need Widowmites. Widowmites are gonna help me deal with Cyclones in particular. Cyclones absolutely dunk on ghosts, so that's where the Widowmites come in handy. But maybe on this map, whenever we get the opportunity, I just have to do it, you know, because on this map, it looks freaking beautiful to go for that, so let's do it. I'm gonna... Yeah, this is a little bit scary, but I'm gonna just click my Widowmine back in front of his base and hope he doesn't see it. Let's see. I almost have the perfect amount of resources for... Why is this build so clean, guys? This is not... This is not what it's supposed to look like, okay? This is way too clean. I can make another Widowmine too, so I can maybe cover both entrances of his base. That sounds like a decent idea. I do need to get my next gases up as soon as possible. And I need the Banshees later on in case of a base trade. Like, if the nuke hits, that's massive. As much as I would like to, we can't really rely on a nuke just straight up hitting, though. Alright, it's time, I think. Gonna put this second Widowmine over here. I need to be very careful with how I fly this factory, because I don't want him to see me. But that is hard to do. That really is hard to do. Let's see. Okay, so he lost something to that. I hope it was a Cyclone. I'm not sure if it was. Let's see. I also don't know if he even has this base. It's very possible that he doesn't, right? Let's see. Does he have the base? Okay, dude. If he was one basing, I would be so sad. I'm just gonna drop... Oh, I can't reach that, actually. I'll drop it there. There we go. And then I'll start making a new nuke right away. Oh, he's gonna lose the Raven because the nuke distracted him. Oh, there we go. The nuke is already paying off. I wonder if he's thinking, how did that even get here? He's losing everything to the bunker because he's afraid of the nuke. Look, the nuke killed one thing, but he was so panicked about it that he didn't look anymore. And he lost all of his stuff. And now he sees the tank, but I'm here already. I can kill the Raven and then Cloak. And he's gonna have to scan, which he might not have. There we go. He scans now. I'm just gonna stay here, though. Because these ghosts can just, you know, stay in range of the tank and he's not going to be able to kill them. And maybe now it's the perfect time to go for another nuke as well. Let's see. Or an EMP. EMP, let's go. Yeah, we got the EMP up on the orbital. That's massive. Oh, he could kill this, but he's not paying attention. That's very nice. I'm going to fly my factory around, and then I'll start going for the double starport. I'm not sure if I like this build, but so far, it seems alright. Maybe I could go double Ghost Academy, double Starport, imagine. That would be a freaking insane strategy if I could get away with that. So many nukes, so many Banshees coming out. And yeah, we still have a lot of experimenting to do. Yeah, I really hope that my Widowmine back there actually killed a freaking Cyclone, by the way. That would be massive. Oh, I can kill this Raven. If the Raven is too far in front again, he's gonna lose the Raven right away. I'm just gonna wait for him to scan. If he's not gonna scan, I'll just kill everything, and there we go. He didn't have a scan left, and he has been obliterated by the Cloak Ghost. I feel like the nuke distracting him might have been the biggest play, because I nuked. You could very clearly tell he was panicking, sending everything over to my natural. Lost the Raven, lost the Marines, and by the time he sees the tank, his army was already dead. Once again, I do find the supplies and stuff very scary, though. 3rd CC already. After all this. 1200 resources advantage for me. He is only 13 supply down. And yeah, I just know it's going to be very difficult. I think we have a lot of experimenting to do. And you guys, I want to ask you for advice because I'm going to need it. For now, let's go to game number 5. Alright, game number 5 is against Terran, a Protoss player on altitude. You know, I haven't experimented going for an early Banshee yet. The problem is, since I'm still going in like really hardcore mode, not a single other unit, it makes it a little bit complicated. Because if I go for Banshees, I literally do not have a unit that defends me early on. Though that might not be entirely true. I could technically try it. Okay, I'm going to go for something crazy, guys. I'm going to wall off my natural. Excuse me. So I can safely take my base behind the wall. And then I'm going to skip barracks units completely and try to go for only Widowwise against gateway units and then just make a bunch of Banshees and then get nukes later. This does not look or not sound like a soundproof strategy to me, but I guess we'll try. I mean, it's definitely worth it. This is one thing that has always been a little bit close to my heart. It seems like a very small, silly thing, but walling the low ground is one of those strategies that pro players used very rarely. But it was just kind of a different way to play the game. And I always, what I hated about being a pro in StarCraft back in the day is that you kind of always had to stick to the meta builds and play standard because that's figured out. And there was not a lot of creativity. I was always doing my best, but it was hard. But when someone used like a little bit of creativity in their games, like going for like a low ground wall or finding a different way to wall, very small stuff like that, I would really enjoy it. So even something like this, especially against Protoss, no one does it against Protoss, by the way. If you do it, be really careful because yeah, they have stuff like Blink Stalker, so you kind of want to make sure you have infrastructure there, but it's just a very cool move. Like, I really enjoy it. So I'm going to go for a super fast factory. I guess this is a decent place to build it, and then I'll get the expansion after. I'm pretending to make units. Yeah, this is a really funny thing. This is something you would do if you want to trick someone. Here, it's not like I'm going to make anything else. I'm tricking him by pretending I'm making units at all. Like, there's nothing gonna be built from that, you know? I'm literally just... I'm not even gonna pretend to make a tech... or pretend to make a marine so I can fake it and make a tech lab. I'm not building anything from that. So then I'm gonna make a depot here. This build looks decent. It's gonna be tight on the gas, because I'll make my second gas after the starport. I'm not quite sure if that works out. It's gonna be fun to have Widow Mines really early, though. It's not very common at all, so that is cool. And then I'll just start building starport here. I do think the Ghost might give me a better constant pressure than the Banshees. Mostly because they hit a little bit faster. And, very important thing, the Ghost can kill observers themselves, right? It's hard to do. If Protoss micros perfectly, you shouldn't. But the option is there. Against Banshees, if the counter is there, it's there. You know, you can't remove it in any way. You need other units to help you out. And that is a little bit of a problem. I'm going to move this Widow Mine as far out on the map as I can. I have the wall here, so he can't... That's actually the best thing. He can't shade into my natural. Tell me, if you ever played Terran against Protoss, tell me it's not freaking annoying to have to close your depots all the time against an adept shading into your main over and over and over. It's annoying, right? And that's something I would like to avoid. I'm going to get a really fast third gas as well. I would love to walk in the natural. Okay, let me be careful here. I'm going to siege that on the ramp. He's not going to kill that, so that's nice. I'm going to move it even further. And then I'm going to start making Banshees. He's probably going to try to shade after it, but I'll be able to burrow in time, so it's no big deal. And then we'll get a Widow Mine here. Here we go. And then as soon as he's about to approach, I'll burrow it, and we're going to be completely safe. That Widow Mine is not going to shoot. It is 1 HP, though, so he can definitely kill it. And I need to be careful for Oracles. Oh, that killed something. Okay, well, I don't know if it was another adept. Probably, if I had to guess. Now, let's do some scouting here. This is actually a very cool scouting Widow Mine. Check this out. We're going to see his tech with this freaking Widow Mine, I think. So we're playing his Twilight Robo. Okay, that's awesome. I can't believe I scouted him with that. That's crazy. Okay. Now we have more space to move these Widow Mines on the map. I'm going to get an armory for them as well. Make it a little bit better. Banshees are going to be hitting a little later, but that's okay. I'm just going to try and move that a little bit. I mean, it's so low HP anyway. It's very unlikely to kill something on the bottom of that ramp there. And then might be time to go for the Ghost Academy already, guys. This build is probably the most absurd one I've done so far, which sounds crazy to say because I'm playing freaking Ghost Banshee Widow Mine. But yeah, this one is really all over the place so far. I'm going to burrow 1 Widow Mine on each of his bases. That's also going to help me see him move out. And then I suppose I could go for a, well, not a really fast nuke anymore, but for a pretty fast nuke. These Widow Mines are awesome at giving me vision, by the way. Like, these Widow Mines are really helping me to see if he's actually moving out, which is great. Now, I don't think it was... It could have technically been DTs. That would have been really rough, because I don't have any detection right now. I don't even have a Ghost yet to EMP them. But I am going to have 2 Banshees up, which is going to be a really good counter harassment, at least. And then... oh, guys, I didn't even think about this synergy, but... I was going to say I'm going to make nukes later, but instead of flying the factory, if I go for fast Banshees, I also have the Banshees that give me vision, right? Ooh, we might be getting attacked here, so these Banshees are going to have to put in some work. I mean, the EMP on the Stalkers is going to help even my SCVs out in fighting against them. I think I might have to hide Widow Mines here. Yeah, this build, there's no way this would ever work against a high-level Protoss, by the way. I can already tell you guys that if I play this in Master League, I am absolutely screwed. Now, we're getting so many kills here. If we're lucky, that's going to pull him back to his base. There might not even... Okay, there's an observer here. That's unfortunate. I'm just going to target as many probes as I can. Maybe I can even escape with one of these. Keep the threat present. There we go. Is he in front of my base? Yeah, he's in front of my base. Ooh, that is a scary army. How am I going to deal with that? I don't know yet. I'm going to try to move all of these Widow Mines. Wait, I think I might have shot the Warp Prism, actually. I'm going to move all of these Widow Mines to the middle. So if he tries to reinforce without looking, like maybe with like an F2, for example, then these Widow Mines are going to shoot. Yeah, and nukes defensively are great. Against Stalkers, however, that's like the most mobile unit Protoss has. So maybe not as great. I'm gonna get a bunker up here in the main base too. Like, EMPs do a lot of damage, but Ghost as a unit, it's just really bad against Stalkers. That's the biggest problem. So I'm gonna put 2 Widow Mines up here as well. And then I'll hit his natural again. Okay, that's a free adept. That's nice. My opponent has been too scared here. I was gonna say I'm gonna hit the natural again with Banshees. My opponent had a lot of opportunities to kill me. I think he's slowly losing those opportunities, though. Like, I know more Stalkers still going to be better than more Ghosts, but he's losing the timing here. He's giving me more time to outplay him, and that's not what you want to give to Can't See Me / Demon Lord / Salt Cannon. Actually, pretty decent at my outplays, I want to say. Let's see. Okay, for a second I thought that was a Phoenix. I was like, well, how does he have a Phoenix there? We might be able to move out here, guys, with my massive cloaked army. I mean, if I move out with everything together, my army is not that bad, because the Banshees have good DPS, they die fast, but not if I snipe the Observer with my Ghost, and then the Widow Mines are going to be crazy good against, yeah, I mean, let's say Zealots, for example. There we go, there's no Observer here. He's going to lose all of these because I have Banshee speed, guys. Look at how Banshee speed is already finished. He definitely didn't expect me to have both of these. Didn't expect to get EMP'd, and every Stalker there is dead. Now I'm going to go to his third base. And if I have enough scans and EMPs, I don't know if he can stop me anymore, because I have, yeah, only cloaked units, and he's not going to have detection. Though, theoretically, he could have disruptors. That would be maybe a little bit scary. Here we go. I'm just going to walk in. I'm going to use Cloak on everything. The Observer is going to fall really fast. That's Observer number 1 dead. Oh, let me just back over real quick. The Widow Mines? Okay, he did dodge those pretty well. Well done by him. Oh, I didn't manage to kill the Observer. Let me EMP it. There we go. The Observer doesn't die yet. It's dead now. And I'm instantly going to go for a nuke here. Look at all those Widow Mines that have already fired. Where's the Observer? I didn't see it. Wait, did it just... Did I nuke with the... Oh, no, I think I nuked with the low energy Ghost and it just died. Okay, that is pretty unfortunate, not gonna lie. I nuked with one Ghost at random and then it died. That actually kind of sucks. Now, I do have this base up in the background, which is fantastic. I'm gonna put some more Widow Mines on the front here to cover the Ghost. I never want all of my Widow Mines to shoot. That is the biggest thing. He's gonna try to bait them in. There we go. And then I'm going to start another nuke right away and a second Ghost Academy at the same time. I mean, if he's not going to mine from this base, he's going to have a very hard time doing anything in this game later on. Like, he needs to break out now. And I'm afraid for him, guys, that he has wasted his opportunity, because I didn't have, and no exaggeration, I didn't have a single Widow Mine. Not a single one that hadn't shot, right? They were all on cooldown. He had such an opportunity to just go and kill my units, but he was scared. And now I have a quadrillion Widow Mines that are ready to shoot, and that's very, very unpleasant for him. Especially because I can snipe the Observers too, so they're not even gonna die, most likely. He actually did take the space. He does have this space. Okay, that's good to know. Here we go. I think I can kill that Ghost from here. Okay, that Ghost is... Or the Observer, rather. Okay, so he has another one somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's another one dead. Yeah, I'm just never gonna let him mine again. Like, his mining is over for this game. Gonna make some more command centers. Look, I feel so safe up there. He has another observer, but it's also gonna die, man. This is freaking brutal. I think it's time for me to just walk up into his base, siege in his face, because there's no detection. I'm gonna run away. Look at the wind of my shots. That is disgusting. I'm gonna kill that final observer. He doesn't have detection left. Everything is dead, and Cloaked to Grandmaster has taken a victim in the most brutal manner. 2,600 against 8,000 resources lost. 71 SCVs, and that is the trick, guys. If you're not good at safeguarding your detection, this strategy is crazy. He couldn't clear the Widow Mines, couldn't go for the Ghost and Banshees. He should have given it a shot earlier, but he was a little bit late, and even then he didn't quite have detection. You can see he has nothing left, and I have everything left. Guys, this series has great potential. We're gonna see some more nukes. Didn't see too many this episode, but that was fantastic. Let me know what you thought. Give me your feedback. Give me your ideas in the comments. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.